So to begin, you're going to need your bare molds, your dropper, a knife, a spoon, a whisk. If you're using gelatin, you'll want to get out your gelatin. If you're using Jello, get out your Jello packet. If you're using gelatin, you probably want flavoring like mayo, a half tea of mayo, a third of a cup of water. You'll want to have your CBD isolate. Also, sensitive scale and a Ziploc bag to put on top. Now you'll want to spray your molds with non-stick, PAM, or other oil. This is a third of a cup of water and half a tablespoon of mayo. Now what you're going to want to do is slowly mix in the gelatin to prevent it from clumping. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of gelatin. Second tablespoon of gelatin. Third tablespoon of gelatin. You want to make sure that all the gelatin gets wet. You don't want any dry gelatin. And then I'm going to add roughly another half tablespoon. So the consistency that you're going for is you want it to be kind of like porridge or oatmeal. You want it to be thick. All right. I'm going to scrape that off, and now we're going to microwave this. So we've microwaved this for 30 seconds. You can see how it's liquidy now. I want to get all the gelatin off the spoon, so I'm going to sort of stir it around in here. I'm going to use the whisk to help scrape it off. So at 30 seconds, you shouldn't have any trouble with the gelatin. The second 30 seconds, you need to watch the gelatin to make sure that it doesn't boil over in the microwave. So the gelatin will start to foam and boil. As soon as you see the gelatin rising, go ahead and hit stop in the microwave. So we're microwaving for our second 30 seconds, and we're going to watch it because near the end it should start to foam and boil. All right, you see that? It's starting to boil, starting to grow. Just make sure it doesn't go over the bowl. So we're stirring. You can see the mixture is very liquidy. I'm going to put that aside. We're going to measure out the CBD. Now we're using a Ziploc bag to make it easy to transfer the CBD and to not get our scale all messy. So where we want 2 grams, which happens very quickly. So we're just measuring out 2 grams. Here's why you need a sensitive scale. Whoop, too much. And this should be close to 2 grams. So you can fold the bag, get it all back on the scale. Okay. There we go. 1.99, there's a little bit here. That's off the scale that I'll include. So we've got roughly 2 grams. I'll put that directly into CBD. the lid. And we're going to stir it in. So you don't want any clumps. You want everything to be uniform. So we're stirring really aggressively here. We want everything to be mixed in. Now, if your gelatin is cooled, you can microwave this again, or if it's still fairly liquid, you can start putting them into the molds. Just like that. I like to do 5 at a time for each dropper, and if it gets too solid or it gets too thick to work with, just microwave it again, keep an eye on it, make sure that it doesn't boil over, and microwave as many times as you need to keep it nice and easy to work with. We've got our bear molds filled. We're going to put these in the refrigerator flat for 20 minutes. They're still somewhat liquid, so don't lift them up or else the gelatin will fall out of the mold. So keep these flat in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes. The bears are solid, and now we just pop them out. I like to use a paper towel and just start pushing on the molds to pop all the bears out. And they should be nice and solid. They should easily come out. If they don't easily come out, then you didn't use enough non-stick spray in the beginning. And so we just pop all the bears out. If there's any little dots like this on the mold, you can just pull that off as well. And there you go, 129 bears, which makes each bear roughly 15.5 milligrams of CBD. Now you want to take these and put these in the refrigerator. Don't leave them out. They will eventually grow mold if you leave them out for too long. My last test, they grew mold in roughly 2 weeks. But if you keep them in the refrigerator, they should last for months.